is it sad that the highlight of my week was the fact that I got to use a leaf blower? I mean, it wasn't just like a little handheld one. You had like an engine on the back, it was a rucksack, and you had this big tube coming down. I felt like a Ghostbuster, you know? Just do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I should probably stop. Hi guys. So, I just recently finished 2 days of work experience at a potential job. So, that got me thinking, and I decided to do a video about being out as a trans person, or more specifically a trans man, in the workplace. There are often a lot of issues when it comes to being trans, especially if you haven't legally changed your name, because obviously your documents wouldn't match your name. And I really wanted to go to the interview as me, as Kieran, introduce myself, and have that as it is. Unfortunately, because of all the legal things, I felt that it probably wasn't a good idea. For instance, if they were to hire me, they would want to pay me, and then they would see on my legal documents that that wasn't my name, then they would probably accuse me of identity theft, and there'd be all these complications, and I probably wouldn't get the job. Yes, I know. It's a pain. So basically, my idea was that I went to the interview as female, and gave them my birth name, and had the interview as a girl. Wasn't fun, but I felt that it was the safest option, especially since my name is on my paperwork is still my birth name. Yeah. It does sound a little bit iffy, but trust me, it's a technique that I have thought about, and I'm not the only one. I've heard a couple of trans people actually doing the same thing, where you go in, you have the interview, and then if you get the job, you let them know. You tell them, by the way, my name isn't this, it's this, and I prefer to be called these pronouns. It sounds a little risky, but because, you know, some places will probably be like, what? But that way, if they do fire you, and by the way, that is an option, it's easier to prove at that point that that is the reason. Because if you come in to the interview as trans, although we are protected by law, it's very, very difficult to prove that the reason you weren't given the job was because of your gender identity or sexuality. It's a lot easier to find other reasons. So yes, that does sound a little dark and a bit sad, but that is unfortunately the case. So, what I have done is I had my interview as female, and I had the past 2 days of work experience as female, which was uncomfortable, but if anything, it kind of reinforced that sort of idea that I actually am not comfortable identifying as female at all, and that sort of was a bit of a help. Also, I am currently already employed, which is a different situation entirely. I have been employed part-time at this business for this is my 3rd year. So they have known me, for the most part, as a female. I mean, they've seen me wear my bow ties and such, but they've only seen me with this short hair once, and still hasn't really twigged. So I'm kind of debating back and forth as to whether I should tell them or not. The reason being is that I only work there once a fortnight, like 6 hours, that's it. And also there's a whole other issue regarding whether I will keep that job if I get this next one. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of annoying because I want to tell them, but then it's kind of like, is there a point in telling them if I'm only going to be there another day? Like, is there much point in them knowing and then me leaving? So, I will be, apparently, for my new job, I will be told on Tuesday whether I've got the job or not, and then after that, I will let them know. If I get the job, I will let them know about my gender identity and my preferred pronouns. It's kind of scary, but I am kind of confident because the boss I had an interview with has told me that he considers any form of discrimination against you, regardless of your gender, your race, or whatever, he considers that illegal. He considers that everyone should be given the same opportunity, and any discrimination will not be tolerated. So I am fairly confident, but that doesn't stop me feeling a bit nervous. It is a method that I'm trying to use, this whole identify as my birth gender and then switching once I get this job. I haven't used this before. This is the first time I've tried it, so I can't guarantee it's the best method, but I will let you guys know next Tuesday if I've been accepted not only into the job but as Kieran and not as my birth name. Oh, it's scary. I'm kind of nervous, but I feel that I can't physically work somewhere being referred to as female my whole life. So it needs to be done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you again soon. I'll let you know how it goes, and yeah, see you later.